Now, one of the dangers when I talk about telling the truth to oneself and others is inevitably, almost every time I've given a talk like this in public, at some later point in time, maybe the next day or the next week, someone will come up to me and said, Adya, that talk you gave on truthfulness and honesty and all that? And I'll go, yeah, I remember the talk. And they'll say, well, somebody came up into the parking lot afterwards and decided that they needed to tell me all the rotten things they thought about me in the name of honesty. And I just kind of shake my head and go, oh my God, this is, I hesitate to even give talks on this because it's so easy to misunderstand. Truth is a very high standard. It's not a plaything. To tell what's true within ourselves isn't to tell what we think. It's not to tell our opinion. It's not to dump our sort of the garbage can of our mind onto somebody else. This is what I think about you. This is what I feel about you. This is my judgment about you. None of that's true. That's illusion. That's distortion. That's one's own garbage. It's one's own problem. It's one's projection. What is truth? Truth isn't to unload our opinions onto someone. That's not truth. Truth isn't to tell our beliefs about things. That's not truth. Those are ways that we actually hide from truth. Truth is much more intimate than that. Whenever we tell the truth, it has much more of the sense of a confession. I don't mean a confession of something bad or wrong, but I mean the sense where we come completely out of hiding. Truth is a simple thing. To speak the truth is to speak from a sense of total and absolute unprotectedness. And to do that with any consistency, we have to not only have met every place in ourselves that is afraid of doing that, we have to see what is the belief structure I have that tells me I can't do that. Because those belief structures are by their very nature based in unreality. But just to know that's not enough. You actually have to see it, really perceive exactly what one believes. What are the exact belief structures that cause you to go into duality, that cause you to go into conflict and hiding? And also, part of awakening, part of realizing the inherent freedom of being, if it's true and authentic, if it's real, it's given to the whole world. It's given to everybody. True freedom isn't I'm free. True freedom is everything is free, which means everybody has the freedom to be who they are, whether they're awake or not awake, deluded or undiluted. Freedom is that everything and everybody gets to be exactly that as they are, unless we've come to that point. Unless we've seen that that is how reality sees things, then we're actually withholding freedom from the world. We're seeing it as a possession. We're only concerned with ourselves, how good I can feel, how free I can feel. But true freedom, it's a gift to everything and everybody. As the Buddha said upon his awakening, I and all beings everywhere have simultaneously realized liberation. Now, come from the conventional mind, that's impossible to understand. If everything woke up, someone may say, then why am I not awake? If the Buddha's correct that the whole world woke up when he woke up, then why am I not awake? I can't really explain that to the conventional mind. What Buddha was communicating was it wasn't the Buddha that woke up. It wasn't this person that woke up. It was the totality, and it was the reality that woke up, and then was expressing that awakening through this being called the Buddha. But one of the important things about that is allowing the whole world to wake up. Part of allowing the whole world to wake up is the whole world is free. Everybody is free to be as they are. until the whole world is free to agree with you or disagree with you, until you've given the freedom to each and everybody to like you or not like you, to love you or hate you, to see things as you see them or to see things differently. Until you've given the whole world its freedom, then you'll never have your freedom. This is a very important part of awakening. It's the easy part to miss. Again, if we were fully awake, it would be impossible to miss this. But most people don't fully awaken initially, all at once. This is very important, though. Everybody gets to be as they are. And only when everyone is allowed to be as they are, when you've given them that freedom, when you've given them the freedom that they already possess, do you find within yourself the capacity to simply be honest and real and true. Because we can't be true as long as we're expecting or wanting others to agree. That will cause us to contract. Maybe they won't like what I say. Maybe they won't agree. Maybe they'll not like me. This is all ways that we withhold freedom for everybody else. So when we're protecting ourselves, we're also withholding freedom for everybody else. But if one was to look into the very nature of the realization itself, when reality awakens to itself, when we realize that we are the one and only spirit that manifests as everything and everyone, in the very nature of that realization itself is total freedom for all.